everybody. Welcome to our December edition of Office Hours. And this is where we talk about WordPress plugins. We specifically talk about WP Courseware, S3 Media Maestro, and Churnly. I've got my partners here, Corey and Nate. And so, yeah, welcome.
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 So it looks like are we good on YouTube?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're streaming.
Okay. Cool.
So I've got the chat window open for YouTube. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop us a note there on our YouTube channel. If not, we are also on Facebook looking for questions. And we also have, if you joined us via Zoom, we've got our chat windows open there as well.
Yes. And we collect questions throughout the month on our Fly Plugins Office Hours page. And we catalog those and answer them on this call. So hopefully anyone who submitted a question throughout the month is either on the call or we'll be able to replay this within a couple hours after we finish up. You'll be able to replay this on our Office Hours page as well if you want to go back through and see if there's an answer to your question.
Yes. Cool.
Should I jump into the emails first?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Sorry, guys. My computer may crash here for hold on one sec.
Oh, you're fine.
No worries. Yeah, I'm pretty far from my modem right now, so who knows what may happen. Okay, let's see what I've got in here. Two-part question from Eli that came in through our Office Hours page. There's two Corys.
Corey and Corey.
Yeah, I don't know. Zoom kicked me out. It was weird. I don't know why there's two Corys on there, but
we'll take it.
That's it. Yeah. That's exactly what we need. We need to clone Corey. That'd be awesome.
Right?
That's the solution to all our problems.
Oh, there he goes. Weird. Sorry, guys.
No worries. Okay, so two-part question from Eli. Customizing he wants to know about customizing their certificates in more detail, specifically being able to change the title of the instructor. I know there's a little bit of code work involved in customizing certificates, right?
So I think we added in a few filters. However, I don't think there's a filter to change the instructor's name. Am I correct on that, Corey?
That's correct. There's not. So
you can, the filters that exist right now allow you to manipulate, I believe it's the font as font size, and also the text for for example, right under instructor, it has a little line and then it says instructor underneath that. You can actually manipulate that text that says instructor, but not the actual instructor's name. So I think that would require a hard code change,
custom modification.
Yeah,
and it will pull from the instructor role. Is that right?
Yes. So I believe so, right, Corey? It's the course author, right? The course instructor.
Yeah, I'm looking right now, but yes, it should be the author name.
Okay.
Yeah. Obviously, all that stuff is editable. It's just finding it and knowing where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay. Let's see here. The other part. How to download information on all students' quizzes at one time rather than going student by student, which I guess would be a grade book export, right?
Yes. So yes, it'd be a gradebook export where it'd be a CSV file and it would list all your students and grades. The only thing I know we've had questions on this before, if there's a way to export each individual question within the quizzes, but currently with the gradebook export, there's not a way to do that.
Right.
That's a lot of data.
Yeah. But you'll be able to get an overview of student results.
Yes.
With that, and that is in the course screen, isn't it?
Yes, it's the class. I'm sorry, the gradebook screen.
Oh, gradebook. Yeah. Right.
Or
Okay.
yes, pretty sure it's gradebook screen.
Okay. Let's see what else I've got here. Okay, question from Ramon. I would like to learn about the general look and feel of the courses. So I think on our last office hours call, we looked at the customizer, didn't we?
Yes, and so and to kind of bounce off of all of that, the look and feel is obviously going to be based on your theme. So you can use the customizer, and we do have some options to customize the look and feel. The majority of the look and feel is going to stem from your theme. So you have a couple of forward facing templates. You have the single.php template and the archive.php template. And so you can create custom templates for course units, as well as your course single page. And then for the archive page, which is your courses page, you can create a custom template for that as well. But there's I don't think we have Corey. We've not updated our course units template to the point where you can kind of edit it with like a Beaver Builder or an Elementor.
No, I mean, there's the only customizations we offer without having to modify some type of CSS is in the customizer.
Right.
So if you go to your settings in WP Courseware and allow custom styles, you can open up the customizer and customize those colors. But if you want to change, let's say, the border radius of the table that outputs the course outline, for example, that will have to be in your CSS. And we do offer some overrides for example, the course single. We offer some overrides, but the course unit is one that we do not have an override yet. But you can specify a custom course unit template that can help you customize the unit page or the unit the screen, if that makes sense. So, but eventually we're going to get to the units, a lot of the quiz output, and kind of redo that, and also the unit output, so that it'll be easier to customize those. But for now, they're still the same as they were. They've been the same for quite a while. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we've ever really modified them or changed it.
It's
other than you can make a template for it.
Yeah, you can make a template for it, and you can do custom CSS changes. And that, like you said, Ben, goes along with your theme. So if your theme does something special with single templates or even page templates, then that can drastically modify the output of that unit template or
so in the future,
the short code.
So if I understand, in the future, what we'd be doing is template parts.
Yeah, something along those lines, just like we do with the course single and the course list.
Oh, right.
Because we allow overrides in your theme. So we have certain templates, and think of like WooCommerce templates. We have certain templates that you can copy to your theme and then modify to adjust the output of where something goes on the page. So if you wanted something in the sidebar, you can put some extra HTML to make a sidebar on that page. You know what I mean? So hopefully.
So
Right.
you could adjust the specific styling of elements within our output.
Right.
You
could
could
add
move,
HTML, all that kind of stuff.
and you could move stuff around. So for example, like on a course unit, you could move the mark is completed box to the top if you wanted to, correct?
To the top. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
So you would be able to adjust where those things output.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because right now the only templates we offer overrides for is with the single course. We also offer overrides for the course listing.
Right.
And for some of the account screens like profile and dashboard and view order and all that stuff, the login. We offer overrides for all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But eventually we'll get to the unit and we'll also get to quiz.
Okay.
That'll
Yeah,
be
and I think I
customized in the future.
at one point, I think I counted them. I think there were like 22 of the front end course elements are in the customizer.
Yep.
So that makes it pretty flexible, as long as you don't need to get too granular with styling it, like you said, with the border radius and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, and stuff like that, you can still add to the customizer in the custom CSS section. So you obviously it would be custom, but I mean, it can be done. And you can always do a right click and inspect, certain elements and find out what the CSS handles are, and just pop it in for some custom CSS to adjust things like radius and things like that.
Yeah. And if you wanted to get really tricky, you could probably use JavaScript to move something if you wanted to. On those pages that you can't quite customize the way you want to.
Yeah.
And we also have quite a few hooks and filters that you can add additional HTML in if you wanted to. But right now there's really not that much documentation on those, which we plan to offer in the future. But there's ways to get around the limitations, but it would take an experienced developer or someone who's very familiar with code to be able to do it. But for the average user, CSS changes are going to be enough for customization.
Yeah, and I think at some point, we're going to make it so that you can adjust those things on the course units.
Yeah.
Maybe one of our, it's probably going to be one of our next, next update, or maybe the following one, but it's coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming soon. We have it in our queue, and hopefully it'll be released soon.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Good stuff. Well, I just jumped over to the office hours email quickly to check if anything came in last minute. And I see there's a question from Joe, and I know that he's joined us on the call here. So I was going to try to address his question while he's with us.
Sure.
Let's see. Yeah, this one just came in. Okay. When a student clicks on mark this unit is complete, they see an error message stating, sorry, you do not have access to this content. Because I have navigation links at the bottom of each unit, they can proceed to the next part of the course, but they see the error message on every unit page and it causes confusion. Any idea what might be causing this?
Yeah, so actually, just as we're talking about templates, that's exactly the problem. So basically what happens is the course units are using the single.php template that comes with your theme. Now, typically the single.php template is used for blog posts. So natively to the template, you have the links at the bottom. Now, the course units have a specific ordering that's specific to the course, whereas blog posts are either ordered by date, ascending or descending, however you have it arranged. So the ordering is completely different. So that's why those links, they're taking you to the wrong unit, first of all. And that's why when they click mark is complete, they don't have access to that unit just yet, because they have to complete the units in serial. So the quick fix to that is to remove those links. So you can do that one of two ways. You can either modify the template, so the single.php template, which I wouldn't recommend doing that. What you could do is create a custom template, You can name it _course_unit. Is that correct, Corey?
Yes.
.php. And so when you do that, it will apply that template to all of the course units. And then on that template, just remove the links at the bottom. Now, if you don't want to get into the code to do that, there's another way which you can basically just write custom CSS to remove those links on course unit pages only. So those are basically your two options. If you have questions about maybe helping you out with some of that CSS code, just submit a ticket into our help desk, and we can probably get you a CSS snippet for that. The templating option is a little bit more complex. You'll have to get into a little bit of code, not too much, but a little bit. But if you're not comfortable with that, just send us a ticket and we can help you with a quick CSS snippet.
Don't a lot of themes have an option to remove those with a setting? Like
I'm not
navigation elements.
I'm not sure. They might. I don't know. Most of them probably don't, just because they're specifically designed for the blog post. So you would kind of remove your navigation options for that. But
gotcha.
Yeah, and it's not that it's a issue with WP Courseware. It's just kind of how it works. I mean, every theme comes with a single .php template. So unless we were providing a custom template for course units, which we could do, the reason we don't do that is because we don't know what theme you're going to be using, and we don't know how to interact with your theme's CSS. So that's kind of why we don't provide you with an actual template. But what Corey was talking about earlier is making those templates a little more flexible so that you can adjust things much easier.
Right. Yeah, and this is just inherent in the fact that we use posts for course lessons, course units. Mm-hmm. Just part of the deal.
Yeah, it's part of the custom post type. So that's just kind of how it works.
Yeah.
And going back to Joe's question, I'm just rereading this question again. When a student clicks on mark this unit as complete, they see an error message stating, sorry, you do not have access to this content. I'm guessing that's on the next unit.
So it might have been a dripped lesson that was published like maybe prior to the current, or wait, no, that's not right.
Because I have navigation links at the bottom of each unit, they can proceed to the next part of the course, but they see the error message on every unit page, and it causes a great confusion.
He might have modified the message, Corey, because you can modify those messages in the messaging options for the course settings. So that could be why that particular message comes up. Because the message doesn't seem to coincide with what we have, but I think maybe he just modified that. But it makes sense that's what's happening, because he's clicking the link at the bottom, which is typically the link that's output by the template.
Makes sense. Yeah, Joe, if you have more questions, just submit us a support ticket, and we'd be happy to take care of you on that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. Let's see. It's kind of a general question in here from Raz. Topic is selling digital products and online video training via a membership site and protecting digital products, which WP Courseware and S3 Media Meister are designed to do.
Correct. Yeah. So your URLs for viewing video are encrypted, and they're also set to expire so that there's no hot linking or sharing across the internet with that. Actually, we're working on a solution right now so that you can also prevent the downloading of them, because there's Chrome extensions, Firefox extensions that you can install, and it'll parse through your code and find MP4s, and it'll download them. And as long as the URL is not expired, it's possible to do that. So we're going to try to add an additional layer of protection so that you can't download them. That's not to say that people can't come in and screen record your videos. So at some point, if somebody wants your video bad enough, they're going to get it. There's nothing 100% foolproof. There's just not. And if somebody's trying to sell you that, they're lying to you.
Could set up a little tripod with an iPhone on it.
Yeah, that's true. You can pull your iPhone out and just record. So as far as protecting digital assets, you could use even like EDD, Easy Digital Downloads. If you're selling digital goods, you could use EDD, and EDD has plugins that work with like AWS or somewhere else where you can store your digital assets, but they're protected by the plugin. If you're selling courses, obviously you can use WP Courseware. People can't view your course content unless they are actually enrolled into a course. So all your course content is protected natively right out of the box. So there's a lot of ways to protect content. You could use a membership plugin. We were just talking about this a little bit earlier. Our favorite membership plugin is MemberPress. But there's a bunch of other ones. There's Wishlist Member. There's PM Pro.
WooCommerce with
WooCommerce memberships. I think doesn't Pippin have a membership plugin? Restrict
Content Pro. Yeah.
So there's a few good ones out there. So you can definitely protect your digital assets aside from video. But S3 Media Meister is pretty set to handle any video, audio, so MP3s. As well as, if you have flat files, if you have PDFs or a Word document or something like that, you can set those up for downloads, protected as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're only selling courses, with Corey's shopping cart and payment gateway edition earlier this year, WP Courseware will handle it all for you. You can charge through Stripe or PayPal for either a one-time fee or a membership, recurring subscription, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. It's always good. I always like the strategic and business type questions.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here's a little bit more of a technical one from Shani. Can we integrate adapt framework files in WP Courseware plugin? So basically an e-learning authoring software. I don't know if there is an adapt plugin for WordPress. I know there are some plugins to integrate if you transfer the content to a Scorm format, you can put it into the Scorm cloud, and there are plugins for that. Let's see.
So I'm wondering what kind of output it has. Like, is it kind of like an HTML5 file with,
It says that it can work with a Scorm compliant learning management system. But
I'm wondering.
So I guess if you see if that Scorm Cloud plugin is still available. Or if it's being maintained. Yeah, it looks hasn't been updated in a while.
In WP Courseware plugin or here.
We still get a few pre-sales questions about Scorm integration, but I think it's because a lot of people just have legacy course content that they built in there. And I think people are kind of transitioning more toward newer and more modern e-learning authoring packages.
I see. Yeah, I mean, currently, we'd have to do some work to integrate Scorm completely because, and even with the adapt framework, we need to structure the questions and the components of our plugin to be compliant with that HTML, and so we don't have that on our roadmap currently. But as we get our customizations better, or as we roll them out for like quizzes and questions and units, you may see like an add-on for like the adapt framework, or like an add-on for Scorm, stuff like that.
Yeah, one thing I tell people pretty often in pre-sales is that because we get people that are contacting us that have been on these legacy platforms like Moodle and kind of older systems, and unless you have hundreds and hundreds of course units, it's pretty simple to recreate it within the plugin. You can sort of copy and paste content into WP Courseware. Takes a little bit of time, but
yeah, there was a few other ones out there. I remember, I know I've been asked this on support, like for embedding articulate content or storyline, and I think there's plugins out there for that.
Yes.
So, but and you can basically embed that content into like a course unit. I just have never heard of Adapt, but it sounds like it's a little bit more modern, like Corey was saying.
Yeah, it's kind of component based. You structure your HTML in such a way that it's consistent across multiple e-learning platforms, and so it's also accessible. So you talk about accessibility and learning. That's an important piece.
Oh yeah,
something that we're trying to work on as much as possible. But yeah, it's just another framework for that. So yeah, hopefully later on there could be like an add-on or something like that with the courseware that can make it adapt compliant.
Yeah, I mean, we get maybe once every couple months we get a request for Scorm or Tin Can API, which I think the Tin Can is the outdated one or something like that. But yeah, I think that's kind of why we've not made the full charge on that. Just we've not gotten enough interest on it. But like Corey said, at some point, maybe we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there are at least a couple plugins out there each for articulate and storyline.
Oh yeah, there's definitely out there for that.
Most of our WP Courseware users are coming in and authoring the course in WordPress instead of importing content.
Yeah.
Okay. So I get that one.
It's tough. I wish we could have all that stuff, integrated. Just it takes time, and but if someone wants to contribute and write an add-on for it, hey, we're up to that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, and the third-party authoring packages like that, they're always changing. It's so much for us to keep up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adapt just looks like a slightly newer version. Which it looks nice. I'm looking at it. It looks real nice, but we'll have to see.
Okay. Yeah, that's one I'm not sure we've talked about that on office hours. The third-party e-learning authoring options.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Okay. Well, that's all I had. Let's see. That's all I had via email.
Awesome.
Did we cover everything in our Trello board as well? Or is that everything from email?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're good over there.
I don't see anything on our chat. Looking at Facebook now. Nothing there. And let me check YouTube. Nothing there. Well, I think everybody's probably either on vacation or
Yeah.
sleeping in or something today.
Yeah, pretty light session.
Yeah.
For sure. So
Okay.
Well, cool. I guess, just a heads up, we're getting close to 2019. So, we're planning some pretty big things for 2019. We've got Corey working on a new project, which we can't give a whole lot of detail on just yet, but he's working on something really cool coming on in for 2019. Also, we've got some plans for WP Courseware and for S3 Media Maestro. Some new updates coming out. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Nate is going to be firing up his keyboard, and he's going to be typing out some great content for us this year. I'm going to be following in his footsteps with some video content. So be sure, if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right there. And we'd love to show you some really cool stuff this year. We have a lot of big plans for just a ton of video content. So be sure and subscribe to that. So we're looking forward to 2019. Should be a good year. 2018 was great. And yeah.
Yes. Ben produced an awesome recap video of 2018. If anybody's interested in taking a look.
Yeah. Definitely check it out. In fact, what I can do is I can put a card right here in YouTube. I'll post this video on YouTube, and you'll see a card right there. And check out our year-end review. We kind of cover what we accomplished for 2018. Corey knocked it out of the park with coding, and Nate with his content. So
lots of
good stuff.
And man, I wish we could share the exciting stuff we got going on, but you guys stick around and stick with us, and you won't be disappointed.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. So we'll be looking at our next session looks like it's going to be on January 25th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Okay.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So if anybody has any questions, you can send them to us on the office hours page on our website. We always link to it from the top bar above at the very top of our website. That link will take you to the office hours page where you can register, submit a question, or watch past episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we just want to wish everybody a happy new year, prosperous 2019, and we will see you guys January 25th.
Sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. See you then.
All right. Bye.
Bye.